Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to run through my nutrition tips for Hyrox racing. I'm just going to give you a bit of context on who I am. Qualified nutritionist, qualified Hyrox coach, and run a few Hyroxes as well. Some good, some bad, and the main factor between the two is nutrition. And the three topics I'm mainly going to focus on is what you should be eating on a daily basis to get the most out of your sessions, what you should be eating before, during and after a Hyrox race, and supplements as well, which will help your performance. Let's talk about firstly why fueling is important. Look, you can see the two pictures here. This is me on 2,200 calories per day, looking a bit out of shape, didn't have the best of races, and this is me on the right hand side, where I'm a lot leaner and I'm shaving 24 minutes off my time as well. And the main difference here has been nutrition. And if you can get your nutrition on point, it's going to make a massive difference on your Hyrox performance and in life in general. When it comes to Hyrox, the main focus of your nutrition should be performance. And why I say this is because weight loss is going to be a complete different strategy and performance is going to be another. When it comes to Hyrox training, it's intense, it's hard. So you want to be making sure you are fueling properly to sustain them efforts during your training sessions and during your races. If you're in too much of a deficit, your performance is going to suffer. And the way I would structure this is, if you do need to lose weight before a Hyrox race, I would do it in different blocks and have your weight loss phase as well, where your training is not as intense, but you're on a calorie deficit to shred that few pounds. And then when it comes to race as well, it's all about maintenance and fueling appropriately down for your race to get the best result you can get. And there's a few factors that we need to consider when it comes to nutrition for Hyrox. One is energy and making sure we have enough fuel in the body to keep us ticking over. Two is muscular endurance and strength. We want to make sure again we're fueling properly as well, before our sessions, after our sessions, to make sure we're not losing too much muscle mass and to make sure we maintain our strength as well without putting on kilos or pounds. Hydration going to play a massive part as well. If we don't get this right, performance will suffer. We'll start getting cramps, we'll just hit walls. And then recovery. Nutrition is going to be absolutely key for recovery after Hyrox sessions. It's going to reduce muscle soreness. It's going to allow us then to train at intensity for longer periods of time and throughout the week too. And it's going to prevent injury. Look, what I'm going to focus on is firstly how I fuel during the training block. And to give you some context around where I am or who I am, I'm 75 kilos at the moment. I'm doing 1,000 minutes of intensity minutes per week according to my Garmin, and that's 4 runs, 3 weight sessions, and then 3 Hyrox sessions per week. And the way I structure this out is kind of weights in the morning and then endurance in the afternoon. An example of this could be, say, upper body in the morning, 10k later that day, or say lower body in the morning time and then intervals on the ergs in the afternoon. And in terms of my calories, I'm taking in 3,100 per day to maintain my energy levels, 150 grams or thereabouts of carbs and 180 grams of protein as well, to make sure I'm recovering as effectively as possible and not losing muscle mass in the process. And I'm just going to break down how I would start the day and go through. So the first thing I would do in the morning for the weight session is supplement. So pre-workout and creatine here is the first thing I would have. And that just gives me that boost of energy in the morning for training, and creatine helps with muscular performance as well. So then after the workout as well, the main thing here that I want to be focusing on is making sure I replenish the carbs that I have lost during the session and get the protein in as well to help with the muscle repair. So I would have, say, a bowl of porridge with protein powder mixed in, say probably about 40-50 minutes after the session, and directly after the session I'll be having some sort of a high protein snack, so like a protein yogurt or a protein shake as well. Then for lunch, I want to be sticking to some sort of healthy whole food meal consisting of vegetables, carbohydrates, and protein. So in this case, you can see the option here, which is a beef stir fry. So it's whole grain rice, beef which is full of protein, and then peppers as well, and some sort of vegetables too. This is going to keep me ticking over and full and give me that slow releasing energy throughout today. Then after kind of my endurance training session, so for the run for example, I'll be having some sort of porridge and protein again, and to replenish any lost carbs and to make sure I'm getting protein in to speed up the recovery process too. And you can see the breakdown of the macros here. Then for dinner, same thing, so some sort of protein, carbohydrate and salad as well, just to make sure that we're getting the good food in. It's going to help with the recovery, help with the energy levels, and keep me full also. And then an evening snack is another protein yogurt as well. This is great as it stops with any cravings that might kick in as well. It's going to keep me feeling full, and it helps me hit that 180 grams of protein per day. In terms of hydration, hydration, as I said, is going to be key. It's going to be the difference between you performing well and reducing cramps. So every day I'm taking 1 serving of electrolytes and 3 litres of water. And electrolytes are key as well because they're full of magnesium, potassium and sodium too, which helps with 1, better sleep, but 2, on nerves as well, and it stops any cramping during training sessions or throughout the day as well. So let's talk about how I fuel on race day and the days leading up as well. And the key points here to remember is water and electrolytes are going to be key. Carb loading as well is also going to be key. And during the race as well, refueling with carbs and caffeine as well is going to make a massive difference when it comes to performance. 2 days before, I am loading up on carbohydrates, so 150 to 500 grams of carbs per day, and still 3 litres of water and electrolytes. And I want to be focusing on slow releasing carbs for the days leading up, as it will take about 2 days to 3 days for them to actually hit our energy system. So the likes of porridge, whole grain rice, brown bread, wholemeal pastas, all really good options here. And now let's talk about the morning of a race. About 2 hours before, or maybe 1 hour before, depending on your preference, we want fast releasing carbohydrates. For me, the Precision Fuel carbon electrolyte mix is a great solution here. We can mix it in our water and sup on that maybe 2 hours, 1 hour before our race. And then 30 minutes before, we're getting our pre-workout, as this has our caffeine in as well, which is going to help with fatigue and give us that extra kick throughout the race as well. During the race, carb loading or getting our right carbs on board as well is going to be massively helpful when it comes to performance. So I'd always be having 1 or even 2 gels depending on how I'm feeling during the race. 1 after the sled pull, so it gives enough time to kick in for the latter stage of the race, and then a caffeine and carb gel before the lunges as well to give me that extra kick on the leg intensive stuff when it comes to the lunges, the last lap and the wall pulls as well. And in terms of supplements, here's a breakdown of the benefits and why I take them in the first place. So in terms of pre-workout, it reduces fatigue and the buildup of lactic acid. Creatine improves our strength output. Carb gels is just going to give us that extra kick during the race so we can perform at intensity. Electrolytes are going to reduce muscle cramps. Caffeine is going to reduce fatigue and boost performance. And then protein powder as well is going to aid recovery and build muscle. So after race, the job is done. Essentially, you can go for a cheat meal and then get back to your proper nutrition on Monday. And I think it's always good to have that cheat meal afterwards as well, because you do have to replenish all the energy that you're going to burn through, probably 1,500 calories. So you do have that allowance as well, and you do need to treat yourself also. Look, I would love your feedback on this resource as well, on if you found it useful or not, and if you have any questions on this stuff as well. If you want a one-to-one call, if you need any help, do reach out or post your questions in the comments. If you're having more content like this as well, we're going to break down different nutritional strategies for running, for intense Hyrox sessions and other things too. So let me know what you'd like to see and I'll get it done.